They told you that $100,000 was the finish line, so why does it feel like you are still running? You see, you signed the contract, you took on the student loans, you bought the suit, you accepted the structure, but nobody showed you the fine print. If you're earning six figures but answering emails at dinner, thinking about work on weekends, and paying for a degree you barely use, there's a problem. Because when we do the real math, you are not earning $50 an hour. When you account for time, friction, and hidden costs, your real hourly wage can fall far lower than most people expect. This isn't about salary, it's about structure, and the gap between what you're paid and what the job actually takes. This is the shadow tax, and today we're going to calculate the number your bank hopes you never see. Let's start with the headline number, $100,000 a year. Standard payroll math assumes 40 hours a week, 2,080 hours a year. That puts you at about $48 an hour. That number looks clean, it looks impressive. It's also deeply misleading because it ignores the actual cost of working. So let's correct it. First, unpaid commute. According to the US Census Bureau, the average full-time worker spends close to an hour a day commuting. That adds up to roughly 250 hours a year. Hours of your life that are not compensated. Gas, car depreciation, train tickets. Those costs don't appear on your employer's balance sheet. They come out of yours. When you divide your salary by the real number of hours your job demands, your $48 an hour drops closer to $38. Already less impressive. And we're still being generous. Second, what economists call shadow work expenses. The cost of looking employable, professional clothes, dry cleaning, convenience food because you don't have time to cook, lunches you wouldn't buy if you were home. This isn't lifestyle inflation. This is maintenance. You are spending money just to keep the job that pays you money. Subtract those expenses. Now you're closer to $28 an hour. Pause for a second. Be honest with yourself. Is that number still aligned with how much of your life this job occupies? Now comes the part most calculations avoid, the biological cost. A joint study by the World Health Organization and the International Labor Organization found that consistently working 55 hours or more per week significantly increases the risk of stroke and ischemic heart disease. This isn't philosophy, this is epidemiology. You're not just tired, you are borrowing time from your future self. Chronic stress elevates cortisol. Cortisol disrupts sleep, metabolism, immune response. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You cannot refinance your health once it defaults. That biological depreciation doesn't show up on your paycheck. But it is being deducted anyway. So let me ask you something directly. If I offered you $1,000 to miss a meaningful moment with your family today, a laugh, a conversation, a quiet evening, would you take it? Most people say no. Yet that is exactly the trade being made day after day, without negotiation. This is the shadow work of money, the cost you feel, but avoid consciously calculating. At this point, many people ask the obvious question, if this is so bad, why don't I leave? The answer isn't intellectual. It's psychological. It's called hedonic adaptation. You earn more, so you spend more. A raise becomes a nicer apartment. A bonus becomes a car payment. Your happiness baseline resets, but your obligations don't. This is how golden handcuffs are forged, not through greed, through normalization. You don't feel rich, you feel committed. At that point, you're no longer the owner of your life. You're the administrator of your debt structure. So what's the alternative? It isn't quitting your job tomorrow. It's decoupling time from money. This is where the data behind the financial independence movement becomes relevant. They don't optimize for income. They optimize for savings rate, because savings rate determines how many years of your life you've already bought back. A person earning $50,000 who saves 50% is structurally wealthier than someone earning $500,000 who spends everything. Why? Because the first person is purchasing freedom, the second is purchasing a more luxurious cage. So here's the exercise I want you to do tonight. Not someday, tonight. Take your salary, subtract the commute, subtract the work-related expenses, subtract the mental load, the hours you spend thinking about work even when you're not working. Divide what remains by the actual number of hours your job occupies your mind. That number, whether you like it or not, is your real hourly wage. And if it's lower than you expected, then the solution isn't negotiating for a raise, it's negotiating for your life. Because the real cost of your job was never money. It was time, and time, once spent, never compounds. When you understand the structure behind money, it stops controlling your life and starts building your freedom. Setri Money. If this content was relevant to you, like and subscribe. That's what allows us to keep creating content like this.